Well, hello racing fans, and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show. We are previewing Friday, the 14th of November. We at Fairview Polytrack, and we got 8 races on the go, including a feature race, which is the November Stakes for 175,000 Rand. Trusted you, the valued racing fan, as well. Looking at the betting menu, well, race number 1 will begin at 12:30, and we should close things off at 16:35. And the big one, which is the pick 6, even to jot this time down, race number 3 at 13:40. As always, Grant Paddock patiently waiting on the line, and he tells me all's good in his neck of the woods. Good morning to you, Grant.
Morning, D's. Morning, Panthers. Yeah, all good. Weather's okay for now. We're going to have a light tailwind tomorrow, so it shouldn't affect racing that much. So we're in for a decent day's racing on the Polyd's.
Okay, let's get straight into it. As always, give you a guide with regards to betting. Keep an eye on declarations and scratchings on race day. Race number 1 will begin at the bar pot. It's a maiden plate, 1,200 meters. And the betting is like so. Number 1, Elusive Black. There's money for the source, Grant. Opened up in the red at 8 to 10. That's been snapped up into 6 to 10. Number 2, Mistakes. First run for the stable coming from Gauteng. That's trading at 5 to 1. Then we got horse number 6, River Fern, at 33 to 10. And there is some money for this first timer from the Alan Creef stable, number 9, Smitty Byrne, from 12 to 1 into 8 to 1. Just for our racing fans out there that had a look at the jockey index and wondering why Richard Fourie is not riding at this race meeting, well, he's taken a suspension from the 11th to the 17th of November. So that's Richard Fourie not riding in one of his favorite centers around the country. Race number 1, start of the bipod. How it's looking, Grant?
D's, nice race. 6 to 10, I won't be taking on the favourite, Elusive Black. First run on the poly, he was off a hell of a long time, and his first run back was a good run. He did need it. He was a bit big on the day. First run on the poly, second run after a rest. I'm a bit hesitant to take 6 to 10. There is quite a bit of talk on the ground for number 9, Smitty Byrne, and I see there has been a nibble of money for him as well. We've got to take note of that in the bipot. River Fern, that's my fancy for the race number 6, River Fern. Very good last run, course and distance specialist. 2 winners have come out of that run with the 4, with Stand Up and Pabadora both coming out to win, and they were behind him. I think he's the right horse in the race. And there's a bit of value there at 33 to 10. Probably be a bit bigger race time if they follow through with Smitty Byrne's money, D's. So yeah, nice start to the bipot, and I'm tipping at 6, 1, 9, and 5. Magnus the Good. Okay,
some good information on number 9, Smitty Byrne from Grant Paddock. There is some talk on the ground for that first timer, and it's already been punted anti-post. But he does like the 33 to 10 shot there, number 6, River Fern, and I must agree, the poly form does stand out. Race number 2, novice plate, fillies and mares, 1,400 meters the distance. Horse number 1 is out. That will take no part. Twilight Bay at the time of recording. The betting is like so, and it's very tight at the top of the board here, Grant. You don't often see this, but number 2, White Waters, is at 5 to 1. These 2 horses, numbers 3 and 4, are trading at 11 to 10. The market can't split them. 5 is at 8 to 1, and then it's double figures, the balance. Can you split these 2, Grant? Number 3, Royal City Girl, and number 4, North Star.
Yeah, I can split them, Deeds. I'm definitely in the camp of Royal City Girl back on the poly. There's no doubt about that. She loves the surface. They tried to give her a chance last time out, and she's not that kind of a horse. She wants to use her action. She'll be a different kettle of fish on Friday, and she brings that run where she ran second in the Champion Juvenile Cup over 1,400 meters. She should beat this field and beat them comfortably. North Star, her biggest danger. The likes of White Waters and Shorikai should fill up the trifectas. But I think Royal City Girl should beat North Star here, and I'm tipping at 3, 4, 5, and 2.
Okay, 3 and 4 popular for Grant Paddock, but he does like number 3, Royal City Girl. It'll be very interesting to see where the money is, where the action is come race time, because as I mentioned, 3 and 4 are priced up at 11 to 10 at the time of recording. Pick 6, the big one, begins at 13:40. This could be a nice way to start off your weekend. It's an open maiden for fillies and mares, and the distance is 1,400 meters. Number 1 is trading at 3 to 1. That's Isanami for Alan Creef and Louis Kortwa, 3 to 1. Number 3 is Pomeroy at 9-2. Then we got an 11-10 shot here. Number 5, Aminato, Craig Zaki for Alan Krief, and it's double figures. The balance is the right horse at the top of the boards here. Aminato at 11-10.
These are way too short for me. She's had multiple opportunities to win a race. She is getting weight from the top weight, but I still think the top weight's a better horse. A very good first run here when he was quietly fancied on that day. At a big price, he ran a very good race to a horse that's probably going to win quite a few races here in Port Elizabeth. Unfortunately, drawn out at 9, but with Louis up riding for Alan on the day, I think he's the right one. And I'm definitely prefer the 1 to the 5. The 5 should chase it home, but there's been talk on the ground for number 3, Pomeroy. Very good first run here, not far off them. Got Charlie and Jovu up for Tara Lang. The yard is in good form and from a decent draw. It's got to be a massive runner as well. And then the likes of Night in Japan and Rip Snorter can fill up quartet money. But for me, it's the 1 from 5, 3, and 8.
Okay, number 1, the value in the race number 3, and that's Isanami, trading at 3-1. We move along to race number 4. This is the November Stakes over 1,400 meters, and as I mentioned, it's for a stake of 175,000. The winner will take home just short of 104,000 rand. We got an odds-on shot here, Grant. Number 1, Fairy Knight, Alan Krief and Loom Kotwa from 9-10 into 7-10. Then number 2, USA's Hope, who has the tongue tie on at 17-10. And horse number 5, Imaginable, at 6-1. So, what are we doing here? Are we in the camp of the odds-on shot? Is this a banker, or do we run for cover?
No, there's no cover here. There's no cover required. Super well in at the weight of 116. He's going to take a very good horse to beat him here, and I don't see it happening, to be very honest with you. His biggest dangers, USA Hope, Imaginable stepping up in class. He's going to have to improve a couple of legs, but he's done very, very well in Port Elizabeth since getting here. USA Hope, probably the right horse to run second. And a horse like the Africa House could just round up quartets, but very tough to beat in this kind of a field at these weights. And he's the nap on the day, the banker in everything, and I'm tipping it 1, 2, 5, and 4.
Confidence, Grand Paddock, banker, race 4, number 1, Fairy Knight. Race number 5 is a fillies and mares 70 handicap. It's over 1,200 meters, and the betting is like so, Mr. Paddock. Number 1, Alicia's Love, is at 8-1. So is number 2, Kings Again, 8-1. Then we got an 11-2 shot here, number 3, Priscilla Macy. Number 4 is a scratching. Then number 5, Avernian Goddess, is at 2-1. And we got number 7, Skippo, at 7-2. This horse will be having her first run for Juan, now down in the Eastern Cape, and my suggestion is keep an eye on how she goes first up in that part of the world. Number 8, Make Believe, is at 22-10, and you can't fault her form at all. That post-maiden run was a good effort as well, considering that she did drift out badly in the betting market from 3-1 out to 10-1. This race looks a bit complicated once you look past Avernian Goddess from the Alan Krief stable. But she is having a first run in the province, so, you know, I don't know traveling, how she settled in, etc., because her last start was just over a month ago in KZN.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk on the ground. I must be honest with you. The filly that comes from Durban, you'll know those form runs better than me. But I think she's got to improve a little bit. But the talk is that she's doing extremely well back home. But this is not an easy race. This Kings Again, back on the poly, it's got to be a runner. And Alicia's Love was in a big race last time out, back down in class. Her first run was absolutely superb. And from a decent draw, she's going to be very, very competitive. Priscilla Maisley, always there and thereabouts. I'm not too keen on Make Believe. She come out of an MR66 where she ran second out of her post-maiden. Got no weight on her back, was a positive and a good draw. So maybe back end of quartets, but she'll have to really up her game to be competitive against this top lot. So, yeah, a tricky kind of a fillies race this D's. I'm going 5, 2, 1, and 3.
5, 2, 1, and 3, and a nice quartet to catch in a small field with number 4 being a scratching. Just 7 runners go to post, and as Grant mentioned, competitive. So, to you, the valued racing fan, Hopefully you can try and get through with the minimum spend in whatever exotic you are playing. Race number 6 is the last pick 3 on the card, and it usually gets to a sizable pool, as I always mentioned when we race on Friday in Gqeberha. Races 6, 7 and 8. Fillies and Mares 76 handicap, 1400 meters the distance. Number 2 Green Isle is at 5-2. Can't knock her form. You'll suspect that she's going to put in another solid shift on the poly track, where her form reads 3 starts for 2 wins and a third. Then we got number 3 Omzolo Zolo at 6-1. 5 Jambasana at 4-1. Number 7 Flower Festival at 11-2, and 9 Lady Bomber at 4-1. The balance are all in double figures here, Grant. Yeah, I mentioned Green Isle because of her consistency since she's joined Alan Krief down in Gqeberha. Her form on the poly track is faultless, Grant.
Yeah, she's very good form. She takes a hell of a lot of riding. She doesn't help the jockey at all, doesn't travel, and only really starts to quicken when the race is just about over. So Kendall's going to have to, Charlie's going to have to be awake on this one and keep her in the race, because, as I say, she can get out of her ground. Very tricky race, this D's, and there's a couple of horses that can win this. My value bet on the day is Jumbo Sana from the Dean Smith yard with Craig Zakia. Absolutely specialist over 1400 meters on the poly. Unfortunately, 10 draw, but she comes from off the pace. I'm not too concerned about that. Flower Festival, Louis Mkhotro riding for Sharon Kotzen. Also a bad draw. It's going to have to probably commit from that bad draw, and hopefully that can run into the money too. I spoke to the yard with regards to Kamikaze yesterday, and they're expecting a massive run from it at 10-1. So those pick 6 players need to put Kamikaze in from a good draw with Chad Little up, and her penultimate run over course and distance was a very, very good run. So yeah, this is a very tricky race. Lady Bomber also comes into it. The pick 6, we're probably going to need about 6 horses here. But I'm tipping my value on the day as Jumbo Sana, and I'm tipping it 5, 2, 7, and 6.
5, 2, 7, and 6 with the value, as Grant mentioned, would talk about for number 6 Kamikaze. And I think after those comments from Grant, that horse should certainly shorten in number 6 Kamikaze in double figures. Don't leave that one out of the play, as Grant mentioned. Then we're on to race number 7. It's an open maiden, 1900 meters. Number 1 Mystic Vision, Grant, is at 5-2. Then we got number 2 Outback Express at 4-1. 28-10, and number 4 Pick a Pomodora. Bugle number 5 at 5-1. 6 Attlewolf at 5-1. And it's double figures, the balance. Another small field, as is the order of the day, but this is another very competitive race. And, the betting has a 5-2 shot and a 28-10 shot at top of the boards, numbers 1 and 4 respectively. And then you're getting 4-1 and better the balance. That does tell a story. Yeah, I just lost Grant for a second there. Hopefully we can try and get him back, Mr. Paddock.
I've got you back. These no problem at all. Yeah, these tricky races. It's not clear cut. I'm in the camp of Bugle. Yeah, stepping up in trip. He ran a very good race last time out. Just needed it, but ran on very nicely. I think he could be the right horse. And when Zisman starts stepping these maidens out over 1900 meters, they tend to get to the front and stay there. Marco van Rensburg, nice strong jockey. He'll get the best out of him. I'm not too keen on Mystic Vision at that price at 5-2. Probably better around 4-1, 9-2. I know the yard like Outback Express. Pick up Pomodora's got to have a chance, and the Kelly Mishley yard, like a bit of this horse, Athel Wolf, says he's turned the corner in his work as well. Tricky race in the pick 6. These not too easy, but I'm tipping at 5, 4, 6, and 1. And in the pick 6, you need to add the 2.
Just one question about number 5, Bugle, Grant. I've watched the races over shorter. I'm sure you have as well. What's your opinion of him being stretched now to 1900?
I haven't got a problem with it. Zisman will get a sprinter to go 1900. There's no doubt about that. So, I actually interesting to see the step up in trip.
Okay, some confidence there from Grant on number 5, Bugle. And if you're not convinced, then use it as a roving banker. The lucky last, Grant, is race number 8. Classified stakes over the Hollywoodbets Durbanville July distance of 2200 meters. Number 1, a bit chilly, is at 3-1. Then we got number 4, Ginger Delight, at 5-2. Number 4, King of Victory, at 8-1. 10, Pardon Me at 8-1, and number 11, San Quentin at 8-1. The balance are in double figures. How do we close things off here? Race number 8.
Jesus, normally a difficult race. I don't see this one being difficult. It's a boat race for me between the 2, A Bit Chilly, and the 4, Ginger Delight. And being a classified stake, the 4, Ginger Delight is really, really well in. Louis Mkhotwa, unfortunately, drawn 9, not too bad, but could have been better. But she's going to be a massive runner, having a peak run here, and I think she's definitely the horse to beat. A Bit Chilly, the main danger for me. I think it's one of the exactors on the day, and you'll get a bit of money and in that. And then Flash Lightning, got to be there and thereabouts, stepping back up in Trip the Mile was a touch on the sharp side for him last time out. And then obviously the old man, Alato's Pride. He'll probably be in front from that draw 11. Stallone will commit with him, and he's a horse that can surprise on his day. But yeah, I'm strong on Ginger Delight here to beat A Bit Chilly, the 6, Flash Lightning, and 1, Alato's Pride.
Okay, Grant expecting a form result to possibly close things off in race number 8. Well, thanks for the race by race preview, Grant. Let's go on to your suggested bets for this race meeting, which is now up on screen.
Thank you very much, Steve. Best bet race 4, number 1, Fairy Night. The value bet race 6, number 5, Jumbo Sana. And my suggested best, the place accumulator, goes as follows. We open up with 3 and 4, by 1 and 5, by a bank of 1, by 125, by 257, by 456, by 2 and 4, for 216 Rand full units.
Thanks for your time, thanks for your effort, and all the best for Friday.
Thank you very, very much, Steve, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay, for Grant Paddock, the Gallop TV team, and myself, Dees Dynan, to the Valued Racing fan. Have a blast, find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful Friday if you are playing in Gqeberha at Fairview on the poly track. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.